Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So if you've seen my video on how to remove the door panel on a 2020 Armada, good, because now we're at the step of we need to pull the door lock off, the door actuator, the motor and all that. So it's all one unit. Let me show you. So this is your door striker, but it's all one assembly, and you have your motor here, and it's complete. So I'm going to show you how to take it out, and we're going to do some troubleshooting. But basically, when I press the switch, this was not actuating. So you can hear it inside, it's working. The door handle is working, but the electronics weren't working. So we're going to tear it apart, see what we can find, and put it back together. All right, so first thing is you want to pull this plastic back, and it's kind of gooey, and you don't want to rip it because you want to be able to reuse it. I just take my finger and just pull it back just like that, and you might have some left on the door. That's okay, but we're going to pull back just enough to get to this section here. We already have our cables loose, and I recommend that you take pictures of everything before you go tearing it apart. You're going to need a T30 to get this out. All right, so what we have inside here is 3 cables and a electric harness. You can disconnect the electric harness while it's in there or when it comes out. So I can show that to you when we come out. That way you can see. Just going to take these T30s out here. And like I say, take pictures. When you're pulling the door panel off, take pictures. When you are pulling this lock off, take pictures. That way when you go back together and something doesn't feel right, you can say, oh, let me look at my picture. I can fix it. Because if you don't, you're going to be calling the dealer, and they're probably not going to be able to help you. And I don't want to replace this door lock because it's like $400 at the dealer, and I don't believe it's broke in that aspect. So now it's loose. What we're going to do is just basically pull it back. Okay, so to see that yellow clip, we're going to pop that yellow clip off, and that's for the door lock outside. And so it just slides back like this. I'm just using my finger. You might have to get a screwdriver or something else because it can be a little tight, but it just slides back just like that, and this rod is going to pop out. And then, ooh, lost my flashlight. Might have to restart my video all over. But no, I'm just teasing. But if y'all can hit that subscribe button and like button, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow this channel, trying to become YouTube famous, don't you know? Appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and get this out. We got the clip off of the door lock, and now we have our power cable. We have 2 cables that are already loose, and then we have our door handle cable right here, right there. Can y'all see that? Okay, there, y'all can see it. So let's see if we can see what all we got here. I think that should be it. We're gonna try and be stubborn. Okay, let's get this power cable off. I think that's what's being stubborn right here with me. So there's a little clip. You just push right here and push in and out. So right here, push this in, out, and it should pop right out. That gets the power cable out of the way. And now we have these cables out of the plastic. else is holding us? Just that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pop this cable out right there. And the cable, it just pulls straight up, and then you got to pull that out. So I think that's what's being stubborn right now. It is, but I should have plenty of slack to get it out. So I'm just being stubborn, I guess. Yeah, there we go. All right, it was that easy to get out. I was just making it difficult on myself. So you didn't have to pull that cable out yet. It just loops around. So there we go. Be careful, sharp edges. And then this is the door handle cable. If you're replacing this unit or even want to tear it apart on your own, just be warned, if you tear it apart, this is your striker. So if you can't get it back together, you're not going to shut your door. So be prepared to get one of these from the dealer or Amazon or wherever you can get them from. But we're going to tear ours apart just to see what we have, okay? Okay, I'm gonna get this cable off. It's kind of tough. All right, I'm not gonna lie. Probably need a screwdriver and just kind of work it up. You don't want to force it because you might bend the bracket or something like that. But it'll definitely come up for you. Just take that screwdriver and slowly pry it up, and it's gonna come out. The same thing with the cable head. And just be careful because, like I said, sharp edges and screwdrivers and pointy things might get you, like they got me. But I'm a tough guy. Tough guy. Booger, huh? And it is hot. It is hot in Texas. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and it's just, I'm sweating. There we go. Okay, and that's it. All right, I'm gonna show you how to put it all back together, but let's go ahead and get this apart. If you're going to attempt this again, remember, this is the door strike, so if you break this or mess it up, you're not going to be able to close your door. And if you don't feel comfortable tearing into things, don't do it. All right, so there's a cover here. You're going to need a little screwdriver, and you're going to need some contact cleaner or just some electronics cleaner that's plastic safe, and some kind of white lithium grease. And then there's a little cover right here. It just pops right off with a screwdriver. And then you have a cover right here. So this is just a protective cover of some sort. And so it just pops right off. Over here, you got clips here, the clips there, there. And you're just gonna have to work it, all right? It may not come off the first time, but it's gonna come off. And like I said, it's just a protective cover. And it may need a little manual persuasion. Okay, that's off. Next step is you have these little clips right here all around. So just use your screwdriver or your finger and just work them up. Got one here, all the way around. And pull this little strip back here. And the biggest part is you have these two clips right here. You have two clips right here, and you're going to have to just take your screwdriver and kind of work them back. Get them out of the clip, because that's what holds the cover on securely. And again, take pictures, a video, anything, that way you can remember how it goes back together, because it can be a pain in the butt. Alright, so got that loose. You see, you don't have to pull it all the way back, just loose enough to get this cover off. And it's still being stubborn. So what we're going to do is find a spot that we can start at. Like right there, okay? And did I mention it's hot? It is hot, hot. So you can see I'm starting to get a gap here. And it's starting to loosen up, finally. So we're gonna go around to the side. And to the side over here. To the back. And I'm about to show y'all what the inside of a door lock looks like. Come on. You can do this. There we go. Alright, and this is what the inside of a door lock looks like on a 2020 Nissan Armada. And this is your culprit right here. I'm not sure if it's the electronic connection or the motor, but I got the back passenger side to work. So what we're going to do is just pull this motor out. We're going to throw a little bit of grease in there, and again, take pictures. That way you know where everything goes, because it may not go back the way you remembered. So let's pull this motor out, shall we? So I'm going to just take a screwdriver. And my results are not guaranteed. You may have different results than I do. Something may not work like mine does, but I'm just showing you what I do. All right, that motor pops out just like that. And you have two connections down here. I'm just gonna spread them just apart, just a little bit. And this little worm gear, it comes off too. And it actually fits onto the shaft. Like that. Okay, I'm gonna pull that off right quick. I'm gonna fill the motor. Feels pretty good, but it's nothing that, it's just a cheesy, you know, little DC motor. So what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna be sure and wear protective gloves and all that. I got mine on right here, protective. And so we're gonna give these little contacts right here, we're gonna give those a spray. Then we're going to spin the motor over again, and it feels better already. See how it's spinning better? So I'm assuming it has some carbon buildup in there. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to spray it one more time, and then we're going to put a little white lithium grease on everything, and then we're going to put it all back together and give it a test. All right, so you can see now motor's spinning a lot better. So let me throw a little bit of lithium grease on here, just for precaution. Okay, you don't have to throw a lot in there. Just get a little bit everywhere. Make a mess. That's what I'd like to do. Make a mess. And don't forget to put your worm gear back on. Do y'all remember how it goes? Did it go like this, or did it go like that? Do you know? Because that's the importance of taking pictures and recording. Oh, battery just died. Anyways, got the worm gear, goes just like that. Motor pops back in on these sockets. There's some female, male. Just plugs right back into there. And what we're gonna do is, should we check it? Nah, I'm pretty confident in my work. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this bad boy back in there. This slides in just like this. Gotta pull that back just a little bit, or kind of get it under the metal plate here. This is the tricky part where you might mess something up. So you gotta be very careful what you're doing. And plenty of light. If you have plenty of light, you shouldn't have any issues. But then again, you might. So I just want to make sure nothing gets messed up here, because I don't really want to take it back apart, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. Like so, like such. And let's see, what do we got? Must have one other spot here. Yeah, right there. There we go. Right? Pop, 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 and these two pop. And then you should be able to, your door lock. Oh, see ya. Didn't do something right here. Door handle's working right. My door lock is, my door lock's jammed. So I gotta figure out why my door lock is jammed. That's no big deal. We'll figure it out. There we go. All right, I got that free. Not sure what I did. I just popped this back off, back on, worked it. So before I put these covers back on, I'm gonna go give it a try. So let's go. Let's go give it a try, shall we? All right, so plug in our actuator. It only goes one direction. Like that. And then we're gonna hit the door lock and pray for success. So if it's successful, this door handle right here, this cable right there, will move up and down and you'll hear a click. So I am going to breathe heavy and hit the door lock. Let me find it first. Is it this one? Nope. There we go. Look at that. Magic. One more time for y'all. Magic. Now my doors work, and I didn't have to spend $400 at the dealer. That's how you fix things. You don't have to throw it away. You don't have to go order something on eBay or go to the dealer. If you're a little handy with your hands, you can fix stuff yourself. Now I can't guarantee that this will work for you, and I can't guarantee you that it won't cut your finger. So no guarantees. Be careful. Let's get this back in, shall we? I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect that. Remember, it pushes right here and then pull out like that. Next, we're going to connect the cable. So we're going to get this cable put back into place. The stubborn one, y'all remember that one, right? And it just goes just like this. I'm gonna pop this black piece in first. Okay. So we got the black piece on, and like I say, we're still gonna get this cable in here. We got to pop it in. Okay. All right, so I just took some pliers and popped down right here, and it popped right in. So it was a lot easier going on than it was coming off. Other shipping back right here, just get it to stick a little bit, and then we're just gonna go ahead and put this in. 2 bottom screws down, 1 screw up, and we're gonna put it back in just like that. And we got 3 screws. Y'all hang tight for me. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, right? Can somebody get me a water? It's super hot. How many times have I said it hot? Huh? There we go. Ooh, look at that. So, connectors right there. Just like this. And y'all can put this on before if you want, but it's not that difficult to put on after. And we'll check it one more time. Oh man, my wife is going to be so happy she can lock the door again. All right, everybody, I forgot to give y'all one important step that might hinder you getting in your door, and that's to put your door handle bar back on. So it slips into the hole here and the clip pushes forward. Okay, so went over how to pull out the lock actuator. I showed you how to tear it down and find out what the problem is. If your cables aren't bound up or broken, chances are it's that little motor, probably the connection, or it could be the motor itself. Get you some cleaner. And I showed you the reassembly. Now, if you need to go further from there, watch the door panel removal video to show you how to remove the cables, the harnesses, and all that. And I want to thank y'all for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.